What really happened inside the High Court on July 22, 2025, in the Senzo Meyiwa murder trial? A day that was supposed to be about clarity quickly descended into a storm of contradictions, delays, and courtroom fireworks. A key witness took the stand, tempers flared, and explosive new details raised even bigger questions about whether the truth is being buried right before our eyes. Welcome back to the Hot Seat Essay, where we dig deeper than headlines and dissect the stories others shy away from. This isn't just another recap of the day's events. This is the raw, unfiltered breakdown you won't find on mainstream news. Today, we zoom in on Sergeant Jeffrey Manganyi, the SAPS crime scene expert whose testimony might hold the power to either reinforce the state's narrative or tear it apart completely. From late arrivals and questionable health claims to the chaotic inspection in Loco and a fierce battle over photographic evidence, this session had it all. So buckle up, because what happened on July 22nd could very well shape how this entire trial unfolds. The late arrival and health checks. The day started with chaos, and not the kind you expect in a courtroom as high profile as this. 3 of the 5 accused showed up late, forcing proceedings to grind to a halt while everyone waited. No solid explanation was given. Was it a logistical slip-up? A deliberate delay tactic? Or just negligence? We may never know, but what's certain is that this didn't sit well with either side. Once the accused finally made their way in, the defense confirmed they were all in good health. Yet there was an odd twist. Accused number 3, who initially complained of pain and discomfort, later claimed he was suddenly fine. Was this genuine, or was it a subtle way of highlighting how the accused are being treated behind closed doors? Every detail, even something as minor as a health report, feels like it could carry a deeper meaning in this trial. The inspection in Loco, a battlefield of narratives. Now, here's where the day truly exploded. The inspection in Loco, essentially a site visit to the alleged crime scene. It's here that Sergeant Manganyi's role came into full focus. His photographs of the site were supposed to be the backbone of the prosecution's narrative, tying the accused to key events. The prosecution painted a disturbing picture. Accused number 1, Mr. Sabia, allegedly assaulted in a secluded parking area near municipal offices. According to their version, Sabia was handcuffed, suffocated with a plastic bag, and brutally kicked by at least 14 officers, some in uniform, some not. But the defense wasn't about to let this slide. They pounced on every inconsistency. They argued that Sabia's recollection of events wasn't vague as the state implied. In fact, Sabia remembers exactly who assaulted him and how. So why was the prosecution framing it as if Sabia's account was shaky? This wasn't just a minor detail, it was a direct challenge to the credibility of the state's entire narrative. Manganyi's explosive testimony. And then came the turning point of the day, Sergeant Manganyi's testimony. Manganyi's photos were expected to be clear-cut evidence, but instead they became the centerpiece of a heated courtroom brawl. The defense accused Manganyi of ambushing them with images that were never part of the original evidence bundle. Manganyi admitted under questioning that some photos were taken a day later, without the court or defense present. His excuse? He wanted clearer shots for his documentation. But let's be honest, how often does a crime scene expert return to a site a day later for better lighting or a better angle? This immediately raised red flags. One image in particular, photo 31, became a lightning rod for debate. It supposedly showed a guard room that Manganyi insisted was visible on site, but the defense pushed back hard, saying the so-called guard room was nowhere to be seen in that photo. Was this just a technical blunder, or was someone deliberately obscuring the truth?
The Janinda Mystery. Was he even there? But then the drama reached another level. Manganyi casually revealed that Brigadier Gininda, the state's star witness, was not in any of his photos from the inspection in Loco. Wait, what? Gininda is supposed to be the state's cornerstone, the man pointing out critical locations. How could Manganyi claim he didn't see him? This revelation was as funny as it was suspicious. Was Janinda there in person, or was he a ghost figure directing things from behind the scenes? Let's not forget, when Janinda does appear, he's always wrapped in full assault tactical gear, almost unrecognizable. So is it possible that Manganyi's lens just missed him? Or is someone lying? The COVID-19 context and CBIA's assault claim. Manganyi's measurements and mapping of the alleged assault site sparked yet another intense clash. Defense advocate Manisi argued that the location was isolated and away from public view, supporting CBIA's claim of being assaulted without witnesses. But the prosecution countered, no, the site is fully visible from the street. Here's the thing, the street in question is usually empty, and this incident happened during strict COVID lockdowns. No one was around, and even if someone had been, they might have been too scared to intervene, because during lockdown, we all know how the authorities treated the public. People were chased, assaulted, even shot at their own homes by security forces. So when CBIA claims he was assaulted in daylight, it's believable precisely because there was no one to stop it. In 2020, our rights were paper thin. This is a chilling reminder of how power dynamics work when no cameras are rolling. The judge's own notes added yet another bombshell layer to the drama. According to his notes, CBIA identified his attackers as Metro police officers, but he couldn't name them all. Meanwhile, Janinda insisted the assault took place near the police station, not the municipal offices. Two versions, one truth. Someone's lying, or at the very least, someone's story isn't holding up under scrutiny. The judge also recorded that CBIA physically demonstrated his position during the alleged assault, sitting down, hands restrained, and a plastic bag over his head. But when the defense shot back with, "We weren't even there on the 30th, it left the courtroom stunned. Was this just a slip of the tongue, or sign that the state's version is already starting to crumble under its own weight? Closing thoughts. What's next? This trial is like watching a puzzle that refuses to fit together. Every witness, every testimony, every photograph seems to raise more questions than answers. Was CBIA really assaulted the way he claims? Why are there missing photos and mismatched testimonies? And why does Janinda, this so-called star witness, keep popping up in ways that raise eyebrows rather than provide clarity? One thing's for sure, the defense is relentless and the state's case is looking weaker by the day. What do you think? Was July 22nd the day the cracks in the state's case finally started to show? Or is this just the calm before the storm? Drop your thoughts and theories in the comments below. I read every single one of them. And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon, because when this trial takes its next explosive turn, the Hot Seat SA will be the first to break it down for you. No filters, no spin, just the facts. Until next time, stay sharp.
Stakes ignite, where the questions burn hotter than the night. No escape once you're locked in the heat. This is your trial.